Hello, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are listening to my voice at this moment. I want to inform you that there is a serious problem on the ground, and that serious problem is that Alhaji Asiwaju Bola Tinubu want to sell northern Nigeria to France, and this is what is going on now. And northern leaders and elders have had a meeting and decided to warn Emmanuel Macron to stay away from anything that have to do with the northern region because they are not in agreement with Tinubu to sell northern region to French country. So, and what is the major issue, the key issue? Why is it that Emmanuel Macron is so interested in northern Nigeria to take it over, to buy it over? Because they discovered all kinds of mineral like gold, emerald, and many more. So then Emmanuel Macron, that is the French president, France president, have made up his mind that whatever it will take, he is going to foot the bill, and they are going to do it a kind of exchange that if you give me gold and silver and emerald in your country, Arewa nation, then we will send our foot soldiers to northern region to come and fight insecurity and terrorism in northern region. But I want to say, up to now, the people who colonize Africa have not decided to remove their hands on Africans. One. Two, did the Nigerians, did the Northerners tell Emmanuel Macron that they don't have capable soldiers to fight terrorism and bandits in the north? And at the same time, I want to ask, does it mean that Tinubu have discussed with the northern politicians and they told him to bring France president so that they can be able to fight terrorism in northern region, so that they will do exchange? Like I said, French country, France will send their militaries to come for the rescue of northern region from the hands of the terrorists and bandits. And if this is not the agreement, what has actually prompted or propelled Tinubu into agreement, signing memorandum of understanding with French President Emmanuel Macron to come and take over northern region to fight insecurity with French militaries? So now, if nobody is aware, like they are trying to say, northern leaders are trying to say that northerners are not aware, northern region leaders are not aware, northern elders are not aware, local chiefs, youths, and northern politicians are not aware of this. And because they are not aware of this, this is one man's government. Tinubu is running. Tinubu is running one man's government. They said a lot of things that I think you may be interested to listen to, such as Tinubu have divided Nigeria, and now Tinubu want to sell northern region. Tinubu does not care for northerners. Tinubu did not care for southeast, southwest, and Tinubu did not care for middle belt. That Tinubu only care for Yoruba land, and that is Lagos. There are several attempts have been made by Tinubu to shift everything from Abuja to Lagos, which was formerly the Nigeria Federal Capital Territory before it was shifted to Abuja. That Tinubu did not come to build. Tinubu come to destroy. And if you permit me, I want to say something. And that thing I want to say is this. Does it mean that northern leaders, northern politicians didn't understand or didn't know that Tinubu is a tribalistic man, or they don't know that when Tinubu comes in, that what they discuss is not what Tinubu is going to do? So this is the way I'm trying to view it from my own side. It's like Tinubu is not dancing on the tones of the northern politicians, and this is why the whole thing did not go down well with them, because from the beginning they said they are the one who made Tinubu a president, that without them Tinubu will never be a president of Nigeria. And at the same time, Tinubu should be aware of two things. One is that Tinubu should forget the 2027 presidential election in Nigeria. But I say, is 2027 still in vogue? I think maybe Yorubas are saying they are leaving Nigeria, which I don't know. So then, who are they going to vote for in 2027? We are talking about that Nigeria have been scraped off from the map of the world, and we are still talking of 2027 election. The Northerners will not vote for Tinubu. And again, the Northern leaders said that French president, that Sahel, when you say Sahel, you are talking of the Burkina Faso, Mali, Senegal, you talk of Niger Republic, Chad, and the rest of them, that they are pursuing French government out of their country. Why should Tinubu embrace French government to come and take over northern region? And they said that they are going to do everything within their reach to make sure that the plan of Tinubu with Emmanuel Macron will not take place. And they have vowed that their ex-militaries from northern region are going to be called back into action. They are going to call them back into the system to join them to fight French government, and to make sure that they did not bring their militaries nor excavate their mineral resources in the north, so that they are ready to die and they are ready to kill whosoever that comes from France to do anything on the land. And I say the most painful thing to them is that Tinubu and his wife are the ones who went for this arrangement, and they finished it, and they signed memorandum of understanding, MOU, that from now henceforth, um, the northern region belong to Emmanuel Macron, so that he will shift his militaries to come and fight terrorists in the north. So, my people, how do you look at these fables and shambles? Is it not a laughable issue? Something that, when even if you are in the dream, they tell you, you look at it, you wave it to one side because it does not make sense. It does not make sense to the living. It does not make sense to the dead. So, now, the Army Chief of Nigeria and the CDS of Nigeria, the Inspector General of Nigeria, all these are Yorubas that Tinubu gathered around him. So they cannot send or deploy their security forces to the northern regions where terrorists and bandits are operating. So to avoid French government coming into their land and to take away their mineral resources, because that's the way I look at it, and destroy their soil. And at the same time, terrorists, they will not fight, and bandits, they will not fight. They are coming to look for women, ladies, married women. That's what those soldiers are coming to do, and sleep and eat money and drink and eat. At the end of the day, they will go. Ask yourself, many places that French country claim to colonize Africans, what are the investments of a French country? How have they helped those countries that led to some of the countries today in Africa, about six or so? We call it Senegal, came up recently. They don't want to set eyes on French government in their country. Mali, Burkina Faso, Nigeria Republic have counted themselves out. Even in African Union, they don't belong there again. And there are other two countries, in addition, who have said that they don't need anything French in their country, because what they do is to come and destroy their soil, take their mineral resources, and all the promises they made them. Not one is actualized. And today, there are people who are being killed by terrorists. It's as good as the French militaries helped terrorists to kill their people, because they didn't see any achievement from them. So for this reason, it is not going to stand. So all what I'm trying to tell you is that there is a big tussle now between Tinubu and the northern leaders. I leave you here.